Well, hello, and welcome back to the BackLog, and welcome to Timberborn. The devs were kind enough to send me a code, and I love this type of game. It's such a good little game. You are here just telling your people where to build and harvest resources and gather different resources, and you're trying to make them happy and keep them fed and watered and all sorts of cool stuff. But this time your people are beavers. I don't know if you've noticed, but your people are beavers, and it's super cute and it's adorable. Yeah, let's get rid of the tutorial. I've already done all of this. I don't need a tutorial. So this is kind of a not really a finished society, but this is an established society. So let's get in and let me show you how to build up your society, and then I'll give a quick little review of the game, and we'll go from there. All right, see you in a second. So here we are. When you start a new map, you can choose between any of the factions. I've unlocked this faction, but for whatever reason, it's not saying that I've unlocked it. But anyway, we're gonna go with this faction anyway, and let's see here. So they have different maps that you can explore and play on, and we're going to go with the diorama. It's nice and little, and it's really cool. So let's go. I don't know why this one looks like Trump. Backlogtopia. Oh, it's perfect. So here we are. We've got our beautiful beaver family. We got some berry bushes over here we can exploit, and we got some trees we can gather, and a bunch of trees up this way. And then there's some ruins, because this game is set far and distant in the future, and mankind has ruined itself, and now beavers have become sentient. And also there's more metal over here, and there's a deep metal mine that you can these have a certain amount of metal in their structure. This just has all of the metal in the structure, and it just won't run out. So let's get going, and I'll kind of show you what all's going on. Let's see here. We're going to want to set up some roads to begin with. So let's go this way with our roads, and then we're going to want to put up a lumberjack flag. Now, this lumberjack flag, it needs to be attached to the road, and then it will just kind of... Yes, that's about perfect. That is about perfect. We'll put up 2 of those, and then we're going to put up a gathering flag. The gathering flag, and then we'll just go ahead and fast forward here. These don't require any actual they just have to be constructed. They don't require any resources, but once they're constructed, then we can go and hold on. Let's cut some trees. Let's get some trees cutting. Yes, I want you to cut all of these trees. Just clear cut this whole forest, and any of these dead trees that you wish. Perfect. Go for it. And now they're just going to come over here. They're going to chop them down, and we're going to start getting some logs. And I also need to tell them that I want all the food. No, I don't need to tell them. They just go and gather them. They're just going to go and gather some berries. That's right. And then the next thing we're definitely going to need is a farmhouse. Got to get a farmhouse. It's going to take us a little while to get there. We need 25 logs, and we've only got 2 so far. So I find myself a lot just fast forwarding at the ultra speed as fast as possible. And then, okay, we're going to need that. And the very next thing, before we go too much farther, is we are going to need one of these. So let's put that one down and build a road to it. No, build the road. There we go. Now it's connected. Now we're going to come and build it. So we're going to build a farmhouse. We're going to build a water well. And these will come in stupidly handy in a minute. Can't get all required. Yeah. Can't get all the required resources because they only work for a certain amount of time. And then they stop. So this whole time here, they're just surviving and living, and we've got to keep them alive. They are going to start getting thirsty soon. So that's why I got to get this going. So let's bump up its priority. And they will just sleep on the ground like little beavers until we build them some lodges. And they are going to town on these trees. And there we go. Now we've got a water pump, and it's pumping up some water. And so now we're going to get a farmhouse, and then the very next thing we're going to need is a water tank, because at some point it'll stop being so lovely and wonderful, and we'll get a drought, and all of the water will dry up. And if we don't have enough stored water, they'll get thirsty, and they will die. And we don't want that, because these are our friendly beavers. We need to keep them alive. I mean, they have names and all. Vomu, Zashi, Ulikith. Yep. They've got names. Confirmed for names. Let's go. So this person automatically has a worker in it, and he's producing water. And then people come and drink it, and any excess water will get stored here in this barrel once it's finished. But we don't really have to worry about excess water for a little bit. It'll take him a while to fill up the tank that's in here. Okay, this guy doesn't have anything to do. Good, we've finished that. Let's plant some crops. And we don't have to worry about getting seeds. We don't have to worry about any of that sort of stuff that you might be familiar with from similar types of games. Don't have to worry about that just yet, because we don't store seeds. We just have seeds, as many seeds as you want. We just don't eat them, so that's good. And there we go. We've got almost all the logs. One more log, and poof, it's done. Now we're going to start storing extra water for the drought season. And we've only got one gatherer, because we only really need one. And you can see, if you go into the thing here, all of the people that we have, and they all have a job. And you can see here, none of them have a house. We don't have any free beds. We don't have any occupied beds. And also, we have a whole bunch of workers, no vacancies, and no unemployment. And eventually, these beavers will grow up and become contributing members of society. And these older beavers will actually die and go away. And so you'll get just a little message down here telling you that has happened. So-and-so has died. So-and-so has grown up. So now we've got a slacking off beaver. So we got to find a job for him. What do we want him to do? We're going to need, at some point, we are going to need a science. So let's get a science going. Perfect. And I'm leaving little gaps, which we'll get to later, because we can eventually build stairs. And then the stairs will go up directly from here, and we can get to this higher plateau rather than going all the way around to these natural stairs that have been constructed there, probably by humans. And now you can see we've got this almost completely full, actually. And so we're going to start running out of space. So we need to build a storage yard. I could put this here, but then we'd have to get rid of some of our delicious berry bushes. And those we got for free, so I'm loath to do that. So let's build here. Oh, and did you see that? You can build on top. But only if you've got platforms. So we can actually just stack these up and build them, or we can stack them up against the wall here and then come out on it. It's just a fun little twist on the usual city building structure sort of a thing. All right, so we've got a small warehouse. It's going. We've got our farmhouse. We can tell it to prioritize harvesting or planting. But right now, we're just working on carrots and potatoes, so it doesn't really matter. Construction lacks materials. Yeah, can't get any of the materials because everybody went to sleep, or went to go chillax. Yeah, and then we do need to get some houses at some point. That will make them happier. But the thing about this game, this game is sort of I don't want to say it's simple, but I guess I would classify it more as a relaxed version of a city builder. If you've played games like Banished or End Zone, there's a lot of games that kind of fit into this niche. The old Caesar 3 game fits into this niche, but this one, it's kind of cleaned up all of the intricacies that make it so you have to stop and pause and micromanage. You don't have to micromanage this game. This game does not make you micromanage anything. if you don't want to. Ooh, and actually I should tell them that these trees are okay to... Hold on, excuse me. There. Speaking of micromanaging, there we go. Good and done. Now, we've got one person doing science. We've got one person slacking off. Let's see. Can we build any more water tanks? Because we're going to need those sooner rather than later. I want at least 3 water tanks. Thank you very much. Can I build a road here? No, I can't. Okay. I'd have to get rid of a thing, and I don't want to. So let's build a water here. And it doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, you don't have to min-max all of your space. Now, eventually on such a small map, I would if I wanted to get that way. But like I was saying, this game is not simple. It's just not complex. It's got lots of intricate inner working sort of things, but at the same time, you don't have to do a whole lot of work and micromanaging to get to a civilization that will effectively just run itself. Because eventually you can build a forestry, and they will plant new trees, and then harvest them, and you'll get more than enough to continue building as much as you want, or you can just leave it alone and make it your screensaver, and they will harvest and plant and gather, and you don't need to micromanage them. The only thing you need to do in the end game is make sure that they have all the leisure they could want, all the decorations that make them happy, all the monuments that make them just pleased as a society, and build up their civilization. So they are just ready to go. Okay, we got 50 water of a total 75 that I could hold. I want to get up a little bit higher on that. But do I have storage here? Okay, stairs take 70. You can see right here, right above there. It takes 70 knowledge to be able to unlock stairs. And then we can just put stairs right up here and grab all these trees. And then we'll have a nice little area for houses. We're going to build houses up here, is my plan. So they'll live up here with their houses, and then they'll come to work down here. And in a couple of days, we'll have some carrots for them to eat. And you can upgrade and learn how to make bridges and platforms. And so you can have a road going along here and then platforms over it so that you can have a road on top of that to get to other stuff if you want to. So you can just stack up all of your storage just super high in one location. And then it's just there. You can build bridges over the water to get to these metal resources, or you can build like a switchback staircase leading up to the top here to mine all of this metal. And then once you've got metal, I mean then you've got metal. Because you need metal for some of these real end game things here. Let's see here. Wind gauge. No. Okay, this metal fence needs metal. Yeah, why do we need fences? Decorative fence. That's what it is. Yeah, and you're not going to get attacked. There's not going to be anybody messing up your beautiful civilization. The carousel requires some metal. The mud bath requires fancy planks. Yep. So there's not really a whole lot of call for metal, but when you want metal, you're going to need metal. And you can also set up new districts. So this separates the districts. So if you have, if you build a bridge across here, you can then set up a new district hall, a new lodge, if you will, and tell it, you are District 2, and you are in charge of making metal. And then you can have logistics. You can have drop-off points. Oh, I should build a log pile. We've got 40 logs. Oh, shoot. Hold on. Let me build some stuff. All right, there we go. We've got some potatoes, and they're coming in, and we're going to store those potatoes, and it'll be great. And then when we get a cookhouse, we can actually cook up those potatoes, and they will last for a long time. And that's the reason you get potatoes, because they store forever, and then you can make them up and cook them during the drought, even. And it'll be pretty good. We've gathered in all of the blueberries, so I can actually tell this person, hey, you don't need to have a job. You're fine. You go help, like, gather water, maybe. Or go help these guys. Even though they won't, they'll just help carry stuff around. Let's see here. Good. We are still 40 away. I did have to spend 60 to get the forestry haul here. But now we've got a water wheel. And this water wheel will provide about 160 horsepower to this lumber mill. And this lumber mill will actually turn logs into planks, which we need a few of to build our forestry. Once we get the forestry, we can tell it, hey, plant a bunch of trees. And then we don't have to worry about running out of trees. Because we'll just have as many as we need. And it'll be super good. All right, so they've gone and they've planted. They've harvested all of the potatoes. Now they're planting new potatoes, planting some sunflowers. Sunflowers make them happy. The more different types of food they have, the happier they are. As just makes sense. Unable to get all required materials, yes. But you can see this one. Let's see. Where is it? Yes, it's using 50 horsepower, but it's got an extra about 110 horsepower. So we can actually connect them using these power shafts, or a turning power shaft, or just a spread it around kind of power shaft. Or you can go up and over a building to spread this around. And usually I would have built houses by now, because with more houses you get more beavers, but I don't actually need any more beavers just yet. And when we finally get steps up, then we will be good to go. And we actually don't really need the forester just yet. I like to get it there before we run out of trees. Because once we run out of trees, then we're in trouble. If we don't have a forestry shack. Potatoes. They're going along well. We haven't had a drought yet. I'm expecting the drought anytime now. Which is why we're kind of waiting on this. I might even... Yeah, let me just get rid of a couple of trees here. So we can build another small water tank here. I'm just nervous. I don't want my people to run out of water. And die and starve. That would be bad. That would be real bad. All right, so we've got our forestry. It's up and going. And that actually puts almost everybody to work. So let's plant some trees. And I'm going to want... Let's actually... Oh, no, hold on. Okay, so this way... Birch trees. Let's do... Birch trees here. Birch trees are nice because they grow quickly and then you get a single log. Pine trees are kind of where it's at. And maple trees are for the long run. Because maple trees take a while to grow. Birch trees take a very short time to grow. And pine trees take an even shorter time to grow. All right, they're taking a quick nap. And you can see I pretty much play this game pausing to do stuff and then unpausing to go at super speed. I don't often play this game on just normal speed. I suppose I could, but there's... Yeah, I'd have to use the 1, 2, and 3 button and just vacillate between 1 and 3. I suppose I could do that rather than actually pausing, but I just like to go just straight to pause. Because this one remembers when I pause and unpause that I was on speed 4. Okay, and we almost have enough for the steps, and then we can start building some houses, and that's going to be awesome. Almost. 4 more. You can do it, buddy. Come on. I believe in you, Nulkies. Get it. 1 more. Yes. Unlock it. All right. So now we can build some stairs. Build a little thing here. It does need some planks. It's a good thing we have this. And they're going to build it. Oh, they didn't quite finish it. They're taking a quick sleep. They didn't quite finish. Oh, we got some free blueberries. Good. Oh, yes. And that sound means in 3 days we're going to get a drought. Also, We can fill this area in with cultivated blueberries. There we go. I forgot to mention. So we can even have one more stripe of blueberries. So let's get the blueberry bushes going. There we go. Yeah, get the carrots in, because in 2.5 days, these are going to stop growing and start withering. So yeah, definitely harvest is the priority here. You almost don't even need to worry about anything else. Come on. Yeah, get those sunflower seeds in. It would be really nice if I could get another harvest of potatoes, but I don't know if I'm going to. In 2 days. I might be able to squeak it in, but I don't think so. I think it's going to take 3 whole days. You can build a irrigation tower, and the irrigation tower allows you to water them even during a drought. So that's good. That's wonderful, but then you're using up a lot more water. So it's a little bit of give and take there. Let's tell them we want to prioritize chopping down all of these trees. There we go. We've got a house. And only 7 of our people are going to be out in the cold now. But now that we've got a house, they're going to start actually having children. And so we'll get some more kiddos. It's going to be a real close call with these potatoes. We might get some of them in. Oh, and there you go. Our beavers are happier than ever. You can see all the things that make them happy. And eventually you can get really happy and unlock the next faction. And I should mention this game is still in early access. So they are going to be adding new stuff as time goes on. So that's that. And so we'll probably get new factions as they kind of perfect what they're wanting to do with the factions. No, guys. Don't plant. They're just going to go to waste. But we're not wasting seed, so it doesn't really matter. They'll die out, and then they'll get replanted, and it'll be fine. And oh boy, we might actually get a couple of potatoes to harvest. This is not happening. We are not... Oh, we're going to get a couple of sunflowers. All right, now let's think about some more housing, because we've got 4 more people that would like a house. So let's put a row of houses here. That'll be good. And then we can actually build... We're going to do this. We're going to build up on top. And then we can build up to here. Oh, it's going to be good. Oh, I think our potatoes are just barely going to miss out. Yep. Oh, no. We might get a couple of them. If this number can finish before this number finishes, we might actually get a couple of them. These bushes are not going to die, most likely. And then also, yes, we don't have water flowing. So we've run out of power here, so we can't make any more planks. So we have to be happy with our 20 planks. And this is the one thing about the game that I think really needs a tweak. Because this drought happens and it lasts for 3 days. And there's nothing really to do about it. You can build a powered wheel that gets powered by a beaver. So a beaver has to sit in there and power it, like a big old hamster wheel. But it lasts for 3 days every time at an unexpected time, and there's like nothing to do during this time. So I just fast forward through them, and it's just it's honestly a little boring. Yep, some of these have died already. Oh no. They've died before we could harvest the plants. Oh, sadness. Oh well, we lost 1 harvest. We may actually get to keep our sunflowers though, so that's good. But all of our potatoes are gone. That's all right. We still have 28 potatoes, and we haven't yet. We don't have any more kids. We need to get some more kids. But you can see we've got 2 free beds. So if we get a couple of kids, we'll have a place to put them. And now we've gained access to this area. So we can tell it now, yes, we want to harvest these trees now as well. And now they can actually get up there. Well, neither of these guys can. They have a certain range that they work in. And beyond that range, they really can't do anything. And so you can see this one, he can forest out to here. And so we should probably put some more trees. Some more birch trees here, more pine trees here, and more maple trees here. Yep. Okay, and then we got a few more maple trees we can plant over here. Perfect. All right, so that's the extent of our forester's reach. And that's about the extent of our woodcutter's reach here. So let's do this. We're going to take this lumberjack flag and we're going to get rid of it so that we can do a secondary route there. Good. What do they need? They need food. We're out of food. We don't have any food. Junk. I was not expecting us to run out of food. We've got... Oh, let's see. We got 1 more day for them to survive without getting food. Okay, so we need to think about that. Build a food. We can build a... No, not a farmhouse. A grill. Let's build a grill. Yeah, okay, we can do that. 25 logs. We don't have 25 logs. That's unfortunate. But if we can get a grill open, then it can grill up some of these potatoes and we can eat potatoes. And we do have some blueberries, so that will survive. We'll survive just fine until the water comes back. This poor guy's hungry. He's hungry. Oh yeah, that was the other thing I was going to do. Where's my... Oh, where to put it? We can... Oh yeah, we can actually put it up here. Let's put a logging flag here. Here? No, that's not really going to be... Well, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll get us all of these, and then we can take the logging flag down. So then somebody will come work here, log all of these. I could actually build a staircase up here, and we could log all of those probably from here. And then we can start working on gathering metal. And once we make it through the drought, we get the water to come back. Yes, yes. No unemployed beavers. We've got a kid. Kid'll take a little while to grow up. Yes, and now as we start getting some water in, they start replanting the entire field. And we have to start from scratch. But we've got a little bit of food coming in there. Once we get the grill going, we can cook those potatoes and survive long enough to get these sunflowers in. The sunflowers will keep us going until we can get some more carrots. Yeah, there we go. We can now get a platform. And we can upgrade our platform, and that allows us to build a second road on the top here. Or instead of building a platform, we could, let's see here. Oh, we could unlock a large warehouse. Well, in a little while. Or we could get a large water tank. Or a irrigation tower. Or we could get ourselves an aquatic farmhouse, which allows us to plant on the sea here, or on the river. Or maybe a bakery, so then we can plant some wheat and start making some bread, and that'll make them super happy. Or a beehive, or a grist mill, or a gear workshop would actually be pretty good. Paper mill, printing press, just lots of stuff. Lots of stuff that you can slowly work your way into and find a nice equilibrium, and then be happy with that equilibrium as you just slowly add on more and more. And it's just a really great little game, and I'm loving... Oh, no recipe selected. Yes. Yes, let's start baking some taters. There we go. Yeah, 2 buildings lack workers. So let's actually tell this one to pause. And in the early game here, I don't really need it, but you can build a log pile. And the log pile will store a whole bunch of logs. In the early game, I don't really need it, but once all of these trees start sprouting and growing, we will need it. We will totally need it. Oh yes, get in there. Plant all them trees. I don't know how well these trees are gonna grow, but that's all right. And there you have it. This is adorable. This adorable style of game. If you like this game, this type of game, you'll probably enjoy this. It's a lot more, I don't want to use the word casual. Relaxing. It's a lot more chill of a civ building game, of a city management game, if you will, than Banished or all of that sort of city building game. It's really good. I really enjoy it. It's very relaxing. And it's got adorable beavers that run around as fast as ants when you're playing it correctly. And I hope you come back again next time as we play something else here on the BackLog. I'll play with you again later.